Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
There's a big power spike. We'll see if they're going to contest, but I think the heal's been invested. They used the ultimate of Samver. That's a lot of power, not there right now. Still have the calling though.
Yep, they have level 6 on Young Jay as well. His Dragon Descent will be available. But
yeah, I think you let it go.
Not looking like they're going to be able to get towards this Dragon, so no a lot of danger. So, second Dragon going to be looked after here by DRX, and I don't think there's going to be any answer. You can see Young Jay is just going to take his Raptors, probably just pretty not really getting aided by any sort of dot damage or anything like that, as there is the Rift Herald. In fact, this pit has belonged to DRX. In fact, all of the neutral objectives have belonged to DRX so far this game. And Bro just waiting, you know? They're feeling like they don't need to contest for things just yet. They'll wait for their time to fight back. And that time is not now. It's just not yet. As top outer turret is going to be taken. It will be traded immediately, but first turret blood going over to DRX is certainly good news for them. Should be another charge as well to come through as Morgan looking to pick up the at least last hit on Shelly. Just going to have her eye poked a little. Otherwise going to be okay. So not going to be getting any inner turrets just yet.
Slowly starting to get into latest first blood territory is might have cursed it.
Cursed it or blessed it, Chronicler? Which way is... Oh my goodness, that is a big old dragon! And yep, yeah, who's going to be taken down? That is Fate picking up first blood. Young Jay getting a... DRX is going to start it up, and Bro are not there. And they're still not there.
They're biding their time, Atlas.
They are still biding their time, Chronicler. You're exactly right. That is
I
going
feel like
to be...
that, you know, that's like a half. That gets you a point.
Yeah.
Not full marks, but it's good enough.
Oh, if you get a flash, it counts.
Yeah, but I think he got the in the bot game bot lane engagement
over the place. Wait a second, Bro. Is this control of the dragon area?
Bro activity?
Whoa, that's crazy. No, Young Jay, you were hit by a spear. I think it's time to go home. As alright, some volleys being thrown through. Haven't seen much from Fate for the last little while, and
okay,
the poke
BRION,
is just sort of landing. Yeah.
Go.
This is the problem.
Oh, Young Jay used his ult as well.
Yeah.
Once that time's out, you become you're not a dragon anymore. You're just Shyvana, and that's not what you want to be. They're gonna go in.
You've really got to start hitting some things. As I do like the Astalos skin. It's actually kind of dope. As okay, Arrow this time is going to connect onto Fate. There's the flash pulverize, and Fate's just going to be taken out. Morgan trying to do his best as the quickness gets into the backline, but it's not going to be enough. The shock blasts rain down, and Samba, there's nothing you can do here. It is just Pleta having a field day, and now the resets come in. That should be an ace, and there it is. The first 5 kills for DRX, and they may be the only 5 that are required this game.
And it's clean, Atlas. It's a clean ace into a Hextech Soul. And maybe it was BRION getting baited into a false sense of security. Fate, yeah, got to flash that one. Unfortunately, dashes in the line, gets taken out, and Young Jay is timing out. Morgan doesn't have his Narbar. Everything that could have gone wrong in that fight went wrong.
Yeah,
for BRION, like that was rough.
And they got hit by a bunch of poke to start it off as well. I mean, I think that this is exactly the scenario that DRX were looking for, as I don't know how this happened. The Baron was just taken. Polu's just going to die to Frog.
I was talking about picture-in-picture. Frog gives his life for the good of the colony.
There we go. And Yahoo can now move towards his top side. They've got 6 scrubs on top of everything else, so this gold lead is going to absolutely erupt. I'm looking forward to seeing the goal graph because it's going to be just straight up flatline like we were dead, and then we're going to be revived in the direction of DRX very aggressively towards the end. That arrow is going to hit, as did all the spears, and Dragon's Descent has to be used very defensively here from Young Jay, and that's going to keep him alive so he can run to the fountain.
Yeah, so something that's very interesting, which none of the Shyvanas thus far seem to know, is that your ult makes you unstoppable, and when you use it, you can't be CC'd.
Yeah.
So you can use it as a tool so that you don't get CC'd by like solar flares or ash arrows, and then you just take them, and then you're a dragon and you can breathe fire and do stuff.
So you just sort of dive through the CC.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just dive in a general direction that is the enemy, and then you can still do stuff instead of this.
Yeah, that's very true. Oh, man. Right now, it's feeling a little bit like the Spacing Guild, and I'm just waiting on a spaceship.
Oh my god!
All right, Pleta goes in, does find a headbutt onto Morgan, but it's the turret that they really want. Yahoo is looking to push Polo out of here, who's not finding a flank at all. And Bro just still haven't quite.
Oh, I love the optimism.
They've just got to throw something, find some sort of Hail Mary. As all right, in comes Polo. He's going to find the angle. Young Jay has thrown fire somewhere, and there's the flash forward. He connects the quickness towards Frog, and then groups up with his team so that they can all stand on their Nexus turrets while they explode. As all of this poke rains down, and there's absolutely nothing that the Bros can do about it. Look at these turrets melt. Yahoo decides he'll spend an auto attack on the Rakan. He's going to go down as well. Fate also just relegated to his fountain. Sponge goes golden, and that is going to be that. DRX.
Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LCK matchup.
What do you call it? Freljord. Freljord seems cool as well.
I feel like Freljord seems a little bit boring in my mind. Although I do often... Okay, that is a lot. That's just a solo kill. Okay, Morgan is just going to kill Frog. That's what you get.
Before he times out.
Wait.
So big
Shyvana can get dragons?
This is what, like, the second
It's
dragon?
looking like Bro are going to do that give dragon, hope for the best strategy. We do know the Bros. Young Jay with the ulti in hand. Will they try and find an angle? Will they try and find a fight is the question. Dragon's Descent comes out. That is going to be the answering ultimate here from Young Jay as they look for the dragon. Pretty squishy is Sponge as the Hyperprocs do come in. Polo not going to quite find the engage that they're looking for though as Pleta's thrown around like a ragdoll. The Killer Instinct into the backline, but Pleta survives! And Samba not going to be so lucky. Sponge is going to breathe on him, takes down the Kaiser, and that was a bit of a whoopsie there from...
And things are looking rough here, Atlas, because we're on the same timeline. And BRION isn't even in a bad spot. They're like 1k gold up.
Yeah.
The team comp is great at team fighting, and it doesn't seem to matter.
That last one certainly did not work out. And right now, the best thing is that Shyvana doesn't look that terrible at this point in time. Sponge getting the job done as he can Dragon Descent over this wall. He is going to come on in. Polo crashing down, Extendo Beam going to connect there as well. And Polo, he's very dead. See what DRX can get off the back end of this one as 1 minute until this Dragon does come up. And as Fate moving back into the mid lane, we'll got to clear that one out.
Brock and TP actually on the ward there in the banana brush.
Yeah. This Dragon is actually pretty dangerous as well, does a fair bit of damage as now that teleport is coming in. Nature's Grasp is going to connect as Pleta looking for an angle, but Polo gonna have to try and crash his way out of this one. Rockets are going to miss as Teddy and Frog trying to fight this one out again. Samba just dives in, and this time it's Frog that just barely survives. Another Dragon is gonna go over to DRX, and Bro, they just can't quite find the team fights today.
Really worked hard on that one and just end up mattering too much.
Samba actually approaching the wave here, not sure about that one, but able to supercharge out of the grand entrance. Polo gets back into top side of the map alongside Fate here, and I do sound a little confused. It's because this game is not necessarily doing things that we are led to expect. In games like this, often, okay, well, there is going to be an engage onto Young Jay, throws down the ulti. He's able to phase rush his way out of there. And that is going to be some buttons pressed. And not too much else found. Speaking of which, button pressed, not very much found. As Morgan into Mininar once again, his favorite form. He's able to keep up the pressure. And him and Frog just hitting each other a fair bit. You have laid out in front of you. Which part of it do you want to talk about?
The dragon, mostly.
Well, here we go. It has spawned. There is another dragon about to descend from the top of your screen right there, as you can see, setting up for a bit of an angle here as Frog does have teleport once again, and there is the descent. Fair bit of damage there as the boom boom from the Shyvana is coming out, but Bro are damaging the dragon, and they will secure it! Oh, they've denied the soul as now that is a long trip for Young Jay to take, and he is going to be able to get out of there. That is finally a Killer Instinct being named somewhat correctly from Samba. and Bro just want to fight Chronicler. They did it! But Bro
we-
unfortunately can't approach.
Are we starting it? I'm not so sure. Doesn't look like DRX actually. They do chew for it very quickly between the Blade of the Rune King, Azeri, and Shyvana with Leandris. There is a lot of power there. At the very least, looks like DRX is trying to get this turret, but they don't actually want to commit. So side lanes aren't real. Bot lane turret's still up.
Well, Morgan could be in trouble here. Does hit the Mega Gnar though. It's Teddy. He's thrown down the ultimate, but Samba's position is phenomenal. Teddy skates away. Samba tries to flash after him, and it's a double kill with an extendo beam from Teddy to just straight up end the fight.
And that looks amazing! That's not a trade that BRION is going to be very happy about, Atlas.
Absolutely not. However, they haven't lost the Baron yet. They have lost their out of time.
That question.
Oh, okay.
You already know.
Oh, do I? I wouldn't have asked you if I already knew.
Okay, well then
kind of
yes.
like the arcane question.
Yes. No, it's
okay, yes?
It's a good carry champion, yeah. Has been known to carry
absolutely
some team
fantastic.
fights. It's stellar, really.
Nature is now grasping. Frog is going to find Polo here as well, who can't really do anything, but the Shyvana just explodes. It's a big Gnar onto Teddy. The wallop is good as well. But yeah, who is still an 80 carry? He's still in the fight and he's still getting the work done, and Morgan is just going to vacate. The dragon was secured though by the Bros.
Big problem.
Young Jay still just throwing aliens around. Polo, I feel, is always looking for an engage angle, but now he's possibly going to get engaged on. Grand Entrance does come in. The Bros just stand strong, and they're going to look for some poke angles. Sponge throws an E the wrong direction. Morgan is so terrifying, he even mind controls Sponge. Polu is going to burn him down, and now Frog is doing battle with Young Jay, but they've lost their jungler. Now Frog's on the wrong side of the rift. The Bros have bamboozled them. They've broken them, and Polu finds the engage. Teddy is going to have to look for it. It's a lot of damage with these rockets. Fate has really got to find some of these. Samba doesn't have the ulti anymore. And Frog is dashing away. These extendo beams, terrifying. And DRX, they are
Redder was preoccupied with trying to kill Frog, which meant that there was a lot of space for Teddy and Pleta. Tedda has a perfect KDA in this game, which is still kind of mind-boggling with 100% KDA as well. And this just means that we're going to get another fight as Teddy.
Oh yeah, he is already ulting in.
Heal.
As Yahoo's going to get tagged by the Void Seeker that was actually looking for Teddy. Another one going to connect onto Pleta. The poke composition of Bro is working. Look at that, Teddy down to 50%.
Can we stop moving out of range when we can definitely tank the Void Seekers, please? Oh, they TP. They're committing. This is all or nothing, Atlas.
And Morgan, look at that Naba. It is beautifully positioned. The Magnet Storm is exactly the same as Sponge. Just has to get out of there. Frog, he knows that there's going to be no way out. He has to go all in instead. And he is going to be destroyed. So the only real tank is going to be obliterated. And so is the Dragon. The woes of Shyvana will continue, I guess. As we are here in game number 2, there is no more smite, and the Bros are looking for a Baron. Teddy's trying to be annoying. The rockets are flying in. The knock-up onto Polo. He does take a fair bit of damage.
I don't know. This is risky.
It is.
Definitely get the Nash, and yeah, the health bars are getting too low. They might get a Fur Dragon as well. Atlas Hex Deck.
Oh my God. The triple stack of the Electro Dragon. That is so powerful. And then you immediately put it on the charger. You know?
Atlas. We should have known as well. Every single time this is a free gamer.
Yeah.
And BRION Sanger, but it doesn't matter.
I'm pretty sure Bro are known risk takers. I don't know what you're talking about. They often just, they push the raining in once again by the Bros. The siege isn't necessarily massive, but Morgan with the demolish is really making it do what it says on the tin.
They'll get 2 inners, probably a third.
Yeah.
Not a bad, it's not an amazing Red Bull Baron power, but it's good enough. Gets the job done.
But the Quadra Stack Hextech Soul.
Yeah, no, that's
what we're really looking for here. And then whenever Samba hits these W's, it's going to be even worse. As Nature's Grasp going to come in.
Pleta
there by Frog,
on the flank.
as Samba is able to flash out of the way of Pleta here. Finds himself at least a Void Seeker. Disengage cone comes down as the Bros trying desperately to get out. It looks like Young Jay not going to be so lucky, and there's also the Corki going down. It's a double kill for the Zeri as the Bros are scattering. House is going to connect. That might buy them a little bit of space. But Morgan, he's going to have to be an absolute hero. Another Void Seeker to come in, but it doesn't really do much, and it's Polu the hero for his lord. He will sacrifice himself for his knight.
Bro, no, Atlas! They're gonna TP and try to end in mid!
Wait, is this game over, Chronicler?
It might be!
It can't be Brover!
Not like this!
Not like this!
Not
There is
like
still
this.
a minute and a half on the Hextech soul that I was promised by the team as Morgan. He is going to at least do what he can here as Samba. He goes golden, that's well played. He does have the killer instinct as well, a fair bit of AoE, but that is a complete whiff on the Gnar from Morgan. Hysterics goes off, but I think he's still, no, not dead yet. Finally, he does go down. Teddy's able to lock that one up as Fate not going to be able to...
These were the best highlights from today's LCK matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say,
Okay.
See you on the next one.